Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets will need to be on top of their game if they want to come away with win number 9 on the season. It's the Dolphins going up against the Jets.
Thank you, Larry. Coming to you from just off the New Jersey Turnpike in East Rutherford, we are just about set for football on EA Sports from MetLife Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Go, 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 hey, run it, run! Yeah, let's go! Detroit! Leopard!
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. And the D looking like they may blitz. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this throw will be intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. All right, here we go. Boom, back 99 Philly. Here we go. Detroit! Detroit! Presto! Presto! Presto!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And he's brought down. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Here we go now. Single receiver. Single receiver. Hey, here we go. Over there. Single receiver.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Second down following the run.
Lucky. No. Set. Green, 39. Green.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Runs through the contact. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. He's at the 30. 20, 10, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Here we go now. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Hard throw, incomplete. Charles, that's an important third down stop. You don't want to spot him 2 touchdowns here early.
You're trying to slow momentum down. You've already given up the score. They're coming right back at you. You're exactly right. Being able to hold them there and force a decision on 4th down, that's big for the defense.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Strong right. Strong right. Strong right.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Hey, guys, check me out.
In motion is Grant.
Hold the look. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
looking to throw. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off at the 18. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Here we go now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Double tight, double tight. Hurry up, here we go.
They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Charles Harris in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
No. Check. Patriot. You got 4.
Now back to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Double tight. All right, here we go. Detroit!
Let's go. Watch for
They'll drop the throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Landry that time, and now it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
They'll look to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And now a high kick trying to pin them back. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
Tight as Ringo. Tight as on Ringo. Hurry up, here we go.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's
Here we
right.
go now. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
Alert. 3 down. 3 down.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Christian Covington in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Here we go now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Final 30 seconds of this first quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football.
Here we go now.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Leopard.
He's coming.
They go play action here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Raekwon McMillan in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Another loss. Another day.
With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Here we go now.
3 down. Motion.
In motion, Anunwa. Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and forever.
Now, check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 18. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Second down here after the incomplete pass.
Single.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Green 39. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Miami. 55 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Leopard.
Switch.
They come out here in the eye.
Detroit.
shift together here from the D-line. 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. They run again with Ajayi. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And Parkey's kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's easy work, and it's coming again.
Got double tight. Double tight. Hurry up. Here we go. Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
You got 3 down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go now. Over.
3 down.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And out come the Dolphins now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe
that.
Bashed it.
Super toe.
So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
He'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 48. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
Now let's go. Back it up.
Guys, check me out.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Kill.
All right, here we go.
Kill.
All right, now.
6 guys.
Watch it now, Barney. Over.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's got his man on the crossing route. Through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. And New York set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
19. Watch it now, Barney. Hurry up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
Wide. Get wide.
Check 52.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Going to throw right side here. Complete. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Now let's go.
81 right there. He's sneaky. Check that guy.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. No. Check. Patriot.
Rush in.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout.
Strong right.
All right, here we go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Now let's go.
They're going to look to throw. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Man left. Hey. We got three down.
Here we go now. Leopard. Kill. Over.
He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
A first half update now from Philadelphia. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Gun.
Alert.
Now let's go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now here come the Dolphins. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. That'll bring up second down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Check 24.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And it's 3rd down. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Meanwhile, down in Philly, and it's the Browns out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Here we go now.
They'll set up to throw. Going deep here for Landry. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them. And
he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Here we go now. Gun. Check 3.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Second down following the incompletion. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Dolphins on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Green 39. Green 39.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Go ahead, baby.
Back to throw here. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Trent Murphy in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. He gets it away. It's a high hanger. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Field left. Hey, defense, let's go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Nice hit, boy. I got one.
Hurry up, here we go.
53's the mic.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be third down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
Detroit!
Watch twist.
He'll look to throw.
Check out, bro. Hot.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
And a great spot to start this drive from here.
Watch tight end.
Set! Green, 39! Detroit!
Shift.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Here's Ajayi. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Looking to throw. It's complete to Grant. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The pigskin on the 7-yard line now. It's first and goal.
Single, slop.
Shift together here from the D-line.
Let's go!
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Eli Apple. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
7 yards to go on second down. And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Barney. Detroit!
Tag dog.
They'll look to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Watch 81, fellas. Watch 81. All right, here we go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up third and long? They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 15. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
That interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Hey, guys. Here we go. White, 90. Stand up over there.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it's a second down.
Watch tight. Tight end right. Here we go. Red 38. Red 38. Three down. Ohio. Here we go. Flex.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
Let's go.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I got 19. Let's go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Red zone opportunity.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Come on, let's go. What? Let's go. Flex round.
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. That's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jay Ajayi, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the lead is down to 2. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Jets.
Man left, man left.
Hurry up, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
Three down.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 10. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back at the 29. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Another carry, same story. 4th quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
Let's go. Red 38.
4 down.
Red 38.
And he motions the wide receiver.
Motion. Hey, check motion man. Put your hands
Ohio.
on him. Get hands on motion man.
They'll set up a throw. Going deep here for Parker. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Now back to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Flex round. Let's go. Red 38.
Watch out.
Ohio.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
Petty now out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And just like that, it's third down. So still in search of the first down after that last completion.
Strong left.
And the play clock's running down. Here's Petty. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a fourth down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Watch 89. Watch 89.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
So 2nd and 10 here. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Going for the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Green 39. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now.
I'm going to run you over.
All right, now. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Switch. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Line it.
Check. Crunch.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. They run a draw here on second down. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now a handoff looking right. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Charles, defensively, 1 timeout left. Do you use it here, or do you let it roll to the 2-minute warning?
I would use it here because you're going to get the 2-minute warning stoppage as well. And then that means you have to snap the ball again. Something could happen. Something could go awry. You could get the ball back. I wouldn't let it run.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Play clock winding down. And some room to maneuver. Finding some room at midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On the NFL scoreboard there in the fourth quarter in Philadelphia. And the Eagles have taken a lead late in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL.
Set! 319! 319! Come on. Hot!
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take the knee. The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Jets, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.